Sit down. All right, Stern, you're next.
Leg cramps, tension, headaches, ingrown toenail, prickly heat, and occasional bedwetting. Bedwetting, Stern?
Yes, sir, only when I'm nervous, sir.
Uh-huh. Well, I tell you what, Stern. When you get to basic training, you give this little note to the supply sergeant.
Supply sergeant.
That's right. That's an 8-week supply of rubber sheets.
Oh.
Wait there. They asked to see you together.
What are they, a couple of Siamese twins?
No, but I get the feeling that they're joined together from time to time.
Well, send them in.
Shut the door.
Devlin,
Yes, sir.
is that a check mark?
What? That's kind of hard to say, sir. It looks more like a smudge to me.
Well, it's your application, boy. Now, what are you trying to say? Are you or aren't you? Because if you are, you're going to have to sign a statement verifying it.
Am I or aren't I what, sir?
Well, you can read, can't you?
Oh, yes, sir. Oh. Well, see, it doesn't say, am I or aren't I? The way that it's worded is, have you ever had a...
I know what it says. And what's your answer?
Well, that depends on how you would define an experience.
And what's your problem, boy?
I have no problem, sir.
Well, it says here that you want to be with Devlin throughout your entire tour of duty.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
What do you think we're running here, boys' camp?
I understand perfectly, sir. It's just that, well, Danny and I have been together ever since grade school, and, well, if we couldn't remain together, I'd just die. I just don't think I could take it, sir. You don't understand how it is.
Hey, let's can the BS, all right? Now, do you boys want to go in the Army?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
I told you there was nothing to worry about, Elliot.
Oh, you know how it is. Every time I want something real bad, I never get it.
Oh, I know. Oh, but this is gonna be so marvelous, just living with all those guys.
Hold it.
Are you a homosexual?
No.
Are you a homosexual?
Perish the thought.
Do you ever wear women's clothes?
No drag queen, Doctor.
Why not? Too embarrassed?
I just think it's a bit much.
How about you?
How much do you prefer? Young boys or mature men?
I think when you really love somebody, that age shouldn't matter at all.
How about you?
Do I get a choice?
Do you favor or?
Sex has nothing to do with love. I think it's much more how you feel about the person.
How about you?
I believe one should remain receptive to one's partner's needs. Inhibitions have ruined more marriages.
What do you think of her?
Oh, those are heavenly beads.
What do you think of her?
Hair is too long.
What do you think about when you look at something like this?
Well, muscles have never been my bag, but
And you?
Oh, now that's nice. Do you mind if I keep it? I don't have this one at home.
That's all.
Well, you're free to go. Your draft board will notify you in 2 or 3 weeks of your reclassification.
Does that mean the Army doesn't want us?
Not at this time. However, if we uncover any additional evidence that changes our opinion, we'll reclassify you 1A.
counted so much on going in. What are we gonna tell our friends?
Oh, I'm sure you'll think of something, Devlin.
There comes the young counselor. Hey, Danny.
I really should ignore him.
Dad?
Hi. Old $1 million knee, right, son? Whoever would have thought that old track injury would show up at a time like this? I'll bet it won't keep you from running around a little when you get up to Stanford, will it?
Well, actually, I don't think I'm going to have a lot of time to do much of anything. I hear they keep you jumping pretty good up there.
Stanford, that's my alma mater. Say, before you accept any office, Dan, I want a chance to better the deal. Agreed?
Agreed.
How about that, Danny? You haven't even cracked your first law book, and already you've been guaranteed a position with one of the finest firms in the city. It pays to have friends in high places.
What are your plans now, dear, now that Danny has his deferment? Are you going to keep flying?
Oh, yes. I've asked the airlines for a transfer up to San Francisco so we can be together as much as possible.
We're going to get some sun, okay? Excuse us.
Have fun.
Okay.
Mind
You know, when I was his age,
Gee, I didn't know he had asthma. Maybe that's what you've been mistaking for passion. I really don't see what you all see in him. Well, as Loverboy says, if you haven't tried it, don't knock it.
Hi. Pretty big brother, and how's the old knee?
Tricky. Very, very tricky.
And this fool says to him, "But Sergeant, I've just been there, and they sent me back here, and I just don't know where to go anymore. I'm so confused."
Hey, Elliot. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, there he goes again. He's so jealous.
Did you have to pull that fag routine around here?
What's wrong, Danny boy? We're out.
I realize that. I just don't want anybody getting any ideas.
Okay, don't get spastic over it. What are you doing later?
You just have to take Karen out to the airport. Why?
Wait till you see what I've got lined up for you for a little after hours scene at my place. My gift to you for spring is free.
Okay.
No, I think that, that boy seems popular. Your daughter certainly adores him.
Yes, doesn't she?
You know, I'm glad Daddy cultivated Elliot's friendship. He needs to be with somebody more outgoing. He has a tendency to be on the shy side.
Going up to celebrate your victory, Devlin.
I guess.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Laverne. And you must be that genius Elliot was telling me about.
You must be my little surprise. Where is Elliot?
Doing his homework.
Can I fix you a drink or something?
Oh, no.
Oh.
And I'll make you that drink. You relax. Easy, doll. We've got all night.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your problem? Am I too fast for you?
No, as a matter of fact, you're not fast enough. You've got to leave. No, you gotta get it. Take your purse, you've got to get out. Come on, no, it's gonna be a bus. The police are outside.
Well, why didn't you say so? And you can tell Elliot to just go.
Right. Backstairs, please. Elliot. Listen to me, that colonel from the draft board is downstairs checking the apartments. What? Just get dressed.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Look, Elliot, if you don't believe it, you come look for yourself, okay?
do you know it's him?
I saw him downstairs checking the mailboxes.
Okay, so we're having a little celebration party.
With girls? You know what he said about uncovering new evidence? Will you get her out of here?
Okay, sweetheart, get dressed, huh?
I can't.
Just do as I say.
But I can't. You've got my dress on. Oh, dear.
Look, Elliot, will you get dressed? That's what we've got to do. Now do it. Look, Elliot, there's no other way. That's what we've got to do.
Not here. The lady who pays the rent doesn't dig roommates.
Okay, we move somewhere else.
Look, I can't even afford this setup, and I only pay for the groceries.
Look, don't sweat the money. That I can handle.
Look, how can I walk out on her now? She's gonna buy me a car.
Oh, wonderful. Why don't you go get your tail shut off in Vietnam and she can buy you a wheelchair?
I don't know.
I do. No, this area is just right.
It's exactly what we're looking for.
Well, you know, I have quite a few other listings I think you'd find far more suitable. I have a place in Malibu and a couple right above the Strip, right up here in the hills.
No. No, this is just, fine.
It's just peachy.
Oh, frankly, fellas, I really don't think you're gonna like this place. It's rather sedate here, and the tenants, well, they tend to be more on the conservative. Actually, fellas, I have several of my very best friends are members of your faith. Would you look at this cottage? I think you'll find it rather unique. Well, here we are. Kitchen here has all modern appliances, all gas. Look at the breakfast nook. Isn't that tastefully designed? Beautiful view. And a real fireplace. Look at that. The bedroom is up this way. Now for the coup de grace. Of course, if you'd prefer something in a two-bedroom cottage.
No. One bedroom is right.
Why don't you fellas have a look around, and I'll wait for you downstairs.
What do you mean this is all right?
Look, Elliot, I don't want this any more than you do, you know?
It's bad enough I could live here in fairyland. Now you want me to share the same bed.
You're forgetting something. You see, we're supposed to be living like,
Yeah?
well, like,
Lovers.
Swell. And what'll we do for a nursery when the little ones come along? It's for you, sweetie.
We'll take it.
I think it was a terrific idea. It'll give him a chance to sow some oats before he has to settle down to those law books. Best thing he could have done.
I suppose you're right, but I still don't understand why all the rush. The least he could have done was discuss it with us.
Well, you know how boys are. They get ideas in their heads and...
Miss Devlin?
Well, I think he could have shown a little bit more taste in choosing a roommate.
Well, don't you think you owe me some kind of explanation?
We'll talk about it sometime, baby.
Hey, baby. When do I get to try the new workbench?
Not until the decorator's through, darling. The color scheme clashes with your hair.
Elliot, be a dear and put some of this on my back.
Sure, Marilyn.
Charles will be away this weekend. Same schedule as always?
Sorry, love, I'm taking my sabbatical. I take a few weeks off every 7 years, whether I need it or not, to recharge my batteries.
I've run out of excuses to give these broads. We've got to talk this thing over right now and make other arrangements.
Elliot, there's nothing to talk about. I told you. I think I saw that colonel downstairs question one of the neighbors.
Yeah, well, right now he's not my problem.
You know, if I don't get a kiss 2-3 times a day, I get a complex.
I realize that, but you're gonna have to learn to, excuse me, live with it.
Yeah, well. How about if I motel it with him?
Wrong.
Yeah, but if I explain to them that
No. No. Look, Elliot, we can't see anybody. We can't tell anybody. We've got to live like homosexuals. Look, I don't want anybody even accidentally tripping us up, you know? If they're going to start sending investigators around and me...
Hi there. I'm Malcolm D. John, your landlord. I live across the courtyard.
Oh, I'm Danny.
Oh, how do you do?
I'm Elliot.
Well, pleased to meet you. You are the muscular one, aren't you? I just adore this cottage. And I decorated it myself. Isn't it elegant?
It's you. It's really you.
Oh, thank you, dear. So, are you two just getting started?
Oh, well, actually, you see, we're
newlyweds.
Oh, how wonderful. I must tell Craig.
Craig?
My better half. Or at least he likes to think he is. But then, you know how men are.
Beasts, all of them.
Aren't they, though? You know, if it weren't for this dreadful feeling of insecurity that I've had all my life, I'm not sure that I ever would have gotten married.
I was willing to live in sin.
Yes, well, I prefer living in California myself. It's time for me to feed my peonies.
Your what?
Elliot, those are flowers. Flowers, right?
They certainly are. I have the most gorgeous peonies in the entire country.
I bet you have. I'd like to see them sometime.
Well, I bet you would. Toodaloo.
Mr. DeJohn?
Malcolm, Danny. Malcolm.
Malcolm, I'd like to thank you for the fruit,
You're welcome.
and I hope that you can come on over and have a drink with us sometime.
Oh, we'd love to.
I'd love to meet Craig.
Well, I'm sure he'd love to meet you. Ciao.
Can you believe that?
Elliot, you don't put on people like that. It's people like that that go to the draft board and blow the whole thing.
Temper, 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 temper.
Elliot!
98. 99. 100. You know, it's a good thing the Army turned you down. You'd never make it past the barrack scene. What's your problem? Afraid I'm gonna see your precious little bottom? Or are you turning into a silly little closet queen?
Just like my privacy, that's all. It's just a big game to you, isn't it, Elliot?
Well, what else can you call it?
Oh, the fact that they're probably watching the house at this very moment doesn't seem to worry you a bit. Shh. Probably have it bugged. Do you think they bugged the place?
Absolutely.
Well, that's funny. Ha ha. See, living with you is just going to be a series of bad jokes. Well, I'm going to keep the side by the phone, okay? I'm expecting a long-distance call from Karen. We've got a date tomorrow night.
Oh, that's just great. I thought you were the one that was all uptight about the no broads routine.
Well, yeah, I am. It's just that, well, you know, I don't want her to get suspicious. She doesn't know anything about this, and, well, how's it going to look if I suddenly pull a disappearing act? After all, I am engaged to the girl.
That's a cop-out, buddy, and you know it. Expect me to play it straight while you're out with your chick.
Yeah, well, that's different. You don't owe those dinglings of yours any explanation. That's different with Karen. Look, if I can just talk to her over dinner, you know, and try and fix it up so she doesn't get any ideas.
And what am I supposed to be doing meanwhile?
I don't know. You could read Playboy or do some push-ups in front of the mirror. You could build a model airplane.
Oh, you're just a sweetheart. Peace. Lovers should never go to bed angry.
Look, Elliot, I'm sorry. I didn't know this thing would get this heavy. It's not turned out anything like I planned. I figured once we snowed them down at the draft board, that was it.
Ah, forget it. But there's something you ought to know.
Hmm?
You're not the first man I've ever gone to bed with. When I was a kid, I used to sack in with my father.
Good morning. Could I borrow a couple of eggs and some oregano if you have some?
Mm-hmm. Why not?
Oh, thank you. I was in the middle of whipping up a little surprise for Craig, and I ran out. Can't make this dreary... My God, what's happening here?
Oh.
Looks like you had a fist fight with Julia Childs.
Yo, I'm trying to make breakfast. I'm really not too much of a hand in the kitchen.
Say no more. I understand, darling. When Craig and I were first married, I didn't know a thing about cooking either. I used to dress a turkey in Levi's. In fact, on our very first wedding anniversary, Craig gave me a cookbook, and I gave him a stomach pump. Why don't you run upstairs, darling? Let me take care of this.
Oh, I don't want to put you in any trouble.
It's no trouble at all. Now, come on, run along. Shoo, shoo. Come on. Let your fairy godmother get her wand working.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like the music?
Sorry.
Our interior decorating landlord came over to borrow some eggs, and he's offered to cook me breakfast.
Oh, really? You two are getting awfully chummy. Better watch out. Craig's liable to get jealous.
Oh, no. Malcolm's just being friendly.
Oh, sure he is.
I mean, he hasn't tried to touch me or anything.
Bet.
Anyway, I bet he cooks better than you do.
I doubt it. Hi, Mal.
Oh, good morning, Hercules. Why don't you go sit right down? Breakfast will be ready in a jiff.
No, I gotta rush. Oh, it smells terrific.
Why, of course it's terrific. It's my secret recipe. Montezuma Madness. Maria Montez served it to her lover and the son of the Cobra Queen.
Malcolm, take it easy with the kid. Don't spoil him. He's tough enough to live with.
Oh, Elliot, I wouldn't dream of spoiling Danny. It's hard enough with Craig. He loves my cooking so I practically have to beg him to take me out to a restaurant.
You know, I think I will try a little.
I knew you couldn't resist it. Neither could John Hall. You're not going to eat my omelet like that.
You're right. Just what it needs.
Oh, wait a minute. Caramba.
What a charming place. It's so quaint.
Hi, what are you doing here?
Well, we thought we'd stop by and see how you two bachelors were making out.
Oh, we're just making out fine.
Sure looks that way. I may even move in here with you for a few days myself.
Great. The door's open.
Thanks, Elliot.
Danny?
Malcolm DeJohn, Danny's landlord.
Well, I'm Danny's mother.
Oh, well, how do you do?
I'm Danny's father.
Oh, how do you do? How do you do?
Mom, Dad, Dad, what are you doing?
Well, we just happened to be in the neighborhood, thought we'd stop by.
Oh, well, I came over to borrow some oregano. Danny was lost in the kitchen.
Malcolm offered to make me breakfast.
Well, that's very sweet of you. Danny, I love your cottage. It's so,
Well, actually, we haven't had a chance, to straighten. Malcolm, are we keeping you?
Oh, no, not at all. Go. Why don't you show them the cottage? I know they'll adore it.
Danny, what is this?
Oh, it's a statue of two wrestlers.
But they're not wearing any clothes.
Right. Well, you know how the Greeks do it, Dad.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, it's a lovely place. It's so quaint. Oh, I must call Dolores and have her see this place.
Mom, it's so messy upstairs.
Oh, that's all right.
Everything all right, Danny? Need any money?
Barney!
Oh, no.
You must come and see this.
Dad, about the bedroom, it's not exactly...
Well, I never expected anything quite like this.
Yeah. Well, you see, two women lived here before we did, and we haven't had a chance to change it yet.
Yeah. They had rather strong taste, didn't they?
Where does Elliot sleep?
Elliot.
Yes, show me his room.
Well, no, that's not his room. See, this is the bathroom. Well, it's a one-bedroom apartment, but we're gonna get a couch for downstairs that pulls out into a bed.
That's good.
That belonged to the girls who lived here before. Well, Dad, you've seen it all. Yeah, I'm sorry you and Mom couldn't have stayed longer.
Charming.
Mom, would you excuse us a second? Listen, Dad, I wanted to talk to you about the color of the room. Pink. Well, I don't like pink either. We're gonna get some brown paint, and I think it'll look really good. Dark brown, huh?
Oh, Mrs. Devlin. That's one of Freddie's, isn't it?
Freddie?
Freddie Brach. I'd know one of his designs anywhere.
Why, yes. I didn't know men appreciated such things.
Well, not all men do.
Listen, I hope you'll be able to come up to campus this fall. See some of the football games, you and Mom. SC is playing up there this year.
But that color is yummy for you. And it adds a very youthful line to your figure.
Oh, do you really think so?
Oh, I do indeed. Danny's very lucky to have such a lovely-looking mother.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was very young when Danny was born.
I'm sure you were.
Evelyn,
I must rush. I have to get back to my souffle.
So nice to have met you, Mr. DeJohn.
My pleasure. Danny, I put the omelet in the oven, and please try and eat it before it gets cold. Au revoir, Mrs. Devlin.
Isn't he marvelous?
yeah.
Isn't he?
Evelyn, I have to be on the first tee by 11 o'clock.
Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye, Mom.
Goodbye, Danny.
Dad. Thanks for coming over.
I'm so glad Danny found such a lovely place. Karen's going to be thrilled when she sees it. And he has such nice neighbors.
Thank you. Very good.
Oh, honey, that sounds fantastic.
Well, it's a lot better than living at home, I'll tell you that. Do you want another Brenda?
Mm-hmm. But I'd like it over at your place. I'm dying to see it.
Well, you will, but, well, we just moved in, and the place is a mess. Things all over the floor.
Oh, I wish we finally had a place to ourselves and I could cook and play house with you.
Maybe just as soon as I start school, you'll fly out of San Francisco and live with me in Palo Alto.
I know. I wish we could get started right now.
Well, we could get started. What's happening back at your place tonight?
Not much. Let's see. Joyce is in Denver, Carolyn's in Chicago, and one of them is due back tonight around midnight.
Well, that gives us about enough time.
Danny, couldn't we please go back to your place? I promise I'll keep my eyes closed until the lights go out. I promise I won't see a mess, please.
Honey, look, it's really a bad idea. Elliot's probably home, and look, you've got a flight tomorrow morning at 9:30 anyway, don't you?
That's true. But next time, let's make some better arrangements.
Look, I will next time. You just have to have patience with me. Things have been so frantic lately. I don't even know what's going to happen next.
It's only a copy, but it's Michelangelo's David. And I fell in love with it when I first saw it. As a matter of fact, Craig and I thought it would be kind of heaven for your living room.
You know, I don't want you people going to any extra expenses or anything.
Oh, nonsense, Danny, and I know exactly where to put it.
You know, Danny, Home Beautiful wanted to do a spread in this cottage, but just the idea sounded vulgar.
You know, seeing the two of you getting started like this is reminiscent of Malcolm and myself when we were first married.
Oh, yeah?
The struggle we had in the beginning, trying to adjust.
Well, you know what I say. Give a little, take a little.
How true. God knows, Malcolm isn't the easiest person to live with. High-strung, temperamental. You've got to watch every word you say to him. The slightest thing is liable to set him off on one of his tantrums.
Oh, geez, I thought you two were made for each other.
I know. But believe me, it hasn't been easy. It started off as the usual physical thing. You know, just a plain pickup.
Been through it myself.
But how long can one keep up these casual affairs? You get tired of cruising. It gets so depressing after a while. It's just the same old thing, over and over again. It leaves you feeling so
drained.
Exactly. Before I met Malcolm, I was married to a real tramp. I couldn't trust him alone for a minute. The breakup was very messy.
Oh, I can imagine.
The anguish of trying to explain it to your friends, realizing all the time that she had probably been intimate with them. The utter humiliation of it.
Well, you know what I say. Love them and leave them.
Oh, shoot. Again, thank you for the gesture as far as... Isn't that lovely, the statue?
It seemed appropriate.
Tell me, how have you and Danny managed to make a steady thing of it?
Well, I guess it was love at first sight. I guess. We took one look at each other and we knew we were destined for one another.
How romantic. You never tell me anything like that.
What do you expect after 7 years? Omar Sharif?
Yes.
Hi. Hi. Wow, you sure had a hard time finding this place. Who are you guys hiding from? The FBI? Hi. Mwah. I hate to admit it, lover boy, but, you know, you've only been gone a few days, and already I'm beginning to miss your homely little face around the house.
How'd you find us?
Well, your roommate invited Bunny over, and we were out shopping, so I decided to come along with her. Well, you don't mind, do you?
Oh, no. No.
Call first.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Craig, Malcolm, this is my sister Leslie.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Hello.
Hi. And this is Bunny over here. Hi. Why don't you just sit down? I'm sorry, Danny. I didn't know you had guests.
Oh, well, we're not guests. You see, actually, Craig and I live across the courtyard. It's just one big family.
Oh. Well, my mom told me all about this place, so I just thought I'd come around and look for myself. Somebody sure is queer for newts around here, aren't they?
Oh, you sure did look silly in my dress the other night. Oh, dear.
Bunny, why don't we go upstairs and look at the bedroom?
Oh.
Daniel, why didn't you tell us that you have such a lovely sister?
She's adorable. In fact, they both are.
Oh, they're all right. If you dig girls.
Well, I have a sister, too.
Oh, really?
Recently married.
She married a lovely Olympic swimmer.
Tell me. And the wedding was gorgeous. The best man gave the groom away. My father gave the bride away. And the fact that I wanted to be flower girl gave me away.
I bet it did.
Oh, dear.
Dad, it's really too much. Who's your decorator?
Tiny Tim?
My dear child, I decorated every inch of this cottage myself. Tiny Tim, really.
Oh, dig this crazy bug bomb I found.
Sweet child, that crazy bug bomb is worth about $5 a squirt.
Oh, dear.
Well, excuse us. I guess I can tell when we're not wanted. Come on, Bunny, let's get out of here.
Bunny, hang around a while. They'll be leaving soon.
Don't bother, Bunny. It's obvious you'd rather spend your time with your neighbors.
Come on, but...
I'm terribly sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right, Danny.
Danny, I want to talk to you.
Would you excuse me a second, please?
Certainly.
Talk about being uncool.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Whose idea was it to invite them in the first place? Look, Elliot, I thought that we had an agreement.
Look, it's only his sister.
Yo, that other one isn't my sister, and you obviously invited her over if they found the place.
I didn't know they were coming over. What do you want me to do?
You had to invite them, because I certainly didn't invite them, Elliot.
I didn't. What do you want me to do? I don't know about you, but I'm hurting.
You want them to hear us?
What do I care if they hear me? Look, you can take this whole scene and shove it for my money. Look, if I don't start getting a little, I'm gonna wind up a basket case.
Why don't you broadcast it to the whole world?
Where'd everyone go?
Where do you think everyone went? Look, Elliot, if Malcolm and Craig think that we've been putting them on, they could go right to that colonel and spill the whole thing for us.
Where are you going?
Well, I'm gonna go and try and straighten it out.
Straighten them out? Impossible. $5. 10. 15. 20. 25. 30.
Hi, Craig.
Hi.
Listen, I wanted to apologize.
Oh,
for-
don't be silly. Come on in.
Thank you.
Make yourself at home.
Who is it, dear?
It's Danny. Here, take a seat.
Danny.
Hi, Malcolm.
Hello.
I love your rug.
Oh, isn't Beulah heaven? I trapped her under the sink. What's going on?
Well, I wanted to apologize to the both of you for the scene that was caused. I had no idea that Elliot was going to invite anybody over.
Well, Danny, first of all, you don't have to apologize. Good Lord, Craig and I have had our ups and downs, haven't we, dear?
We certainly have. In fact, I was just telling Elliot that we fought that entire first year we were married.
A year and a half. Would you like some iced tea?
Sure.
Lover? No, thanks.
Just a little sugar.
Certainement.
Well, you and Elliot seem to hit it off marvelously.
Oh, he's a very nice person. In fact, you're very lucky to have him.
Yeah.
Now listen, lover boy, if you're going to make any sudden changes, I wish you'd let me know. I was writing out the check to your landlord when I found out you'd moved. Bedroom is upstairs, I take it.
Yes, but you don't
and
understand.
we've really got to hurry because I told Ben I was just going to get my hair combed out. You can spare me 20 or 30 minutes, can't you?
Yeah, wait, look, I meant to call you and explain what's happening.
I'm sure you did. My, you have gone theatrical, haven't you, darling?
Well, it came this way.
All that's missing are the mirrors. Darling, you don't seem too excited to see me.
But you don't understand. Danny's across the...
I think I can fix that, too. Why don't you get ready? You've got work to do.
Elliot, what the hell is going on? Hi, Mrs. Conway. Elliot. Mrs. Conway.
How are you, Danny?
Oh, well, I'm fine. Thank you.
Your mother was telling me about your lovely new house, and I was just passing by in the neighborhood, so... Excuse me.
You stupid son of a bitch.
What could I do? She barges in here and starts pulling her clothes off.
It's only my mother's best friend, that's all.
Trying to keep it in the family.
I must hurry. This really is a lovely place you have, Danny. Bye.
Your mother's best friend, huh? Well, let me tell you about your mother's best friend. She was paying my rent, and I think I owe her for it.
Okay. Right now, I'm paying your rent, so you owe me. And you do what I say, no broads.
You dirty bitch! Look what you've done to my peonies!
You can take your lovely peonies and besides, you silly queen, they're not even peonies. They're marigolds.
Good God, I think she's right. They are marigolds.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one. Oh.
Elliot, it's not funny. Can't you get it through your thick skull that we're being watched 24 hours a day? How is that going to look on the report they send in us?
She wasn't here long enough to wash her hands.
That's not the point. The point is that we can't be seen with women. If they find out that we're faking it, we're going to be in Vietnam Monday morning.
Can't we be AC/DC?
Oh, you're hopeless.
No, baby, you are. You're playing this thing way too heavy.
You've got to take it seriously.
Well, I still think something should be done about it. I mean, that whole scene he's moved into, it's unhealthy.
Now, calm down, honey. I don't see any harm in Danny having a little fun before he leaves for school. After all, he and Elliot are two normal, red-blooded American boys. Well, I gotta get out the club.
Normal? You call that Elliot Crane normal? Oh. Daddy, I don't see how you can be so blind.
Well, you have to admit my backhand has improved. Yeah, but your serve's still lousy. I didn't see you serving any aces.
I think your serve is simply super, sweetheart. It's your forehand leaves something to be desired.
Hey, Elliot, anyone ever tell you you're sick?
Only my girlfriend, baby, and he likes me this way.
Hey, Elliot, I dropped my soap. Pick it up for me, will you?
Not on your life, lover. It's not safe for us girls to bend down in front of all you big, gorgeous, puerile females.
I want that boy fired, and I want him fired today.
Oh, come on, Barney. You don't really believe that kid's a faggot, do you? Just because he's been kidding around in the shower room.
If If you'd seen his apartment and heard what my daughter told me, you'd know he wasn't kidding. That boy's as clear as a $3 bill.
Oh, Bonnie, for Christ's sake.
As I'm reminding you, you officer of this club, you ain't.
What's your problem?
I was canned today.
You're kidding me. What for?
You tell me. Forster called me into his office and told me I was through. Said something about there not really needing a lifeguard, that somebody's daughter was going to come in and give the kids swimming lessons. Said something about me being a bad influence on the kids or something.
Considering what you've been doing to their mothers, you might have a point there.
Yeah? And what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, Elliot, nothing. Look, I'll ask my old man to find out what the story is, okay?
Yeah, well, whatever. I got $57 to my name and no prospects.
Don't sweat the money. That I can handle. I hope the whole thing blows over soon anyway. Look, I got a date with Karen. You gonna be around?
Yeah, well, if I am, it's not going to be by myself. I'll tell you that right now.
Now, wait a minute, Elliot. We've got an agreement, and you stick to it.
I don't see it holding you back any, champ.
Elliot. Okay, just be cool, huh? Don't bring him back here. Okay?
Hey, Louise. Well, where is she? What do you mean she's getting married? Who'd marry her? Yeah, the same to you, buddy.
Look, honey, you'll really like this place. It's a new place, and it's gonna be a good dinner. Come on.
Denny, no. I don't want to have dinner. I want to see where you and Elliot are living.
You gotta be hungry after a flight like that.
I'm not hungry. Danny, are you sure there's not another girl?
Hey, what would I want with another girl when I've got you, huh? Look at me. You're all the girl I need.
All right. Just the same, I want to see where you and Elliot are living.
Now?
Yeah, now.
I'm sorry. It's just that things aren't that way now. It's just different, that's all.
Please, Phil, you can't end it just like this. Well, you know we were meant for each other.
Not really, darling.
How can you be so indifferent?
I'm not being anything. You wouldn't understand. You understand?
Hi. Buy you a drink?
Yeah, why not?
Peter?
It's not what I had expected.
Everybody says that. You know, just moving in, we're gonna make a lot of changes, of course.
That's Elliot's.
Oh. Where do you sleep?
I'm sleeping down on the couch, and we're moving twin beds in.
I'm sorry.
For what?
For suspecting you. I thought you and Elliot were living up here with some girl.
Oh, well, now you know you're wrong.
I'm sorry. It's funny, I've never been this jealous before.
I don't want you to be jealous, because I'm all yours.
Okay. Well, I tell you now, it was really Elliot I was worried about. I envisioned him bringing up all of his dingling girlfriends and the two of you having a... No.
Honey, my taste and Elliot's taste in women is totally different. He likes them dumb and sexy, and I like them smart and sexy.
Oh, is that what I think it is?
Well, it looks like a fireplace to me.
Does it work?
No.
No. I mean, it's genuine imitation.
Mm-hmm. We could fake it.
Much better.
Hot and tump. Hot and tump.
What? Who was that?
Well, that's one of our neighbors.
What kind of a neighborhood is this?
Yeah. Look, you know, I'm really kind of hungry. Why don't we go? There's a place a couple blocks from here we can walk over and get something to eat, huh?
Well, you sure change your mood fast.
Well, you have to, feed all your appetites.
Okay.
Gee, it's a shame, you know, losing your job and all like that, for no reason at all. I know what it's like. They treat us like we were diseased or something.
Oh, hey, Danny. Hey, listen, that's one of the gay bars all the girls have been talking about. Can we go in, please?
Honey, what do I want to do going into a place like
Oh, come on, I'll protect you.
No, really, it'd be...
Please, one drink. Come on, please.
Look, a bunch of fruits hanging all over me, I don't need it.
You know, one time I had this great job. Secretary to this big industrialist. And there's this big government contract on the line. What do I hear from him? Sorry, Freddie. Government clearances and all. I was out the door. And believe me, listen, I never did any playing around on the job. Oh, I had this pal, Johnny, when I was... How about another drink?
There's one behind you, and he's wearing an earring. I wonder if they have a little girl's room in this place.
I seriously doubt it. Second thought,
Danny, isn't that Elliot over there?
yeah.
Wonder what he's doing here.
I don't understand. What can Bruce give you that I can't?
Dorothy, you've got to understand.
I can't.
Elliot, what are you doing here?
Danny.
Come on over and join us.
Who's that? Karen?
What?
Listen, you, I saw him first. Now, wait a minute, gorgeous. I got a bigger kiss on.
Hey, Elliot, wait a minute. What
Why'd you do that?
Ah, the creep's been pawing me all night. Ah, some queen tried to
Come
get
on,
fresh
Elliot.
with me. And it just wasn't my type. Come on, let's go someplace and get a little drink.
I think you've had enough.
For me? Listen, booze or broads, there's always room for one more, I always say.
Right, Elliot.
What?
Nothing, nothing. Forget about it,
Come on.
Elliot.
Hey, Danny, I thought we had an agreement.
Not here, Elliot.
Why not? This is as good a place as any to get this thing straightened out. Do we have an agreement or don't we have an agreement?
Hey, Danny, what's he talking about? What does he mean?
I don't know, honey. He's just drunk, that's all.
I'm not that drunk, lover boy. I remember you telling me, Elliot, baby, we're going to give up broads for the duration. It's just going to be you and I and our little...
Elliot, I'm going to put you right through the wall.
I wouldn't try it, lover boy.
What the hell is he talking about, Danny?
Don't talk to him like that. I simply went Stanford. He's mine, all mine.
Elliot! Hey, Elliot, he's yours. He's all yours.
Karen! Karen, you don't understand. Karen! Karen!
Looks like we're stuck with each other, love.
I don't understand it. He seemed like such a sweet young thing, too.
Well, they just don't seem to make those sweet young things like they used to.
Well, I just can't believe it.
You wouldn't if you had been there. The way they kept arguing about being faithful to each other. I don't know. It was absolutely incredible.
Faithful? Elliot, be faithful? That guy couldn't be faithful if his life depended on it. You know, there's something wrong with him. I mean, it's one thing to be in a constant state of heat, but with him, it's like, I mean, it's unnatural.
Look, I'm not worried about Elliot. I don't care about Elliot. It's Danny. It's like he doesn't even want to be with a girl.
Karen, you don't think there's anything wrong with Danny, do you? Look, I'm his sister, and if there was anything odd about him, well, don't you think I would have noticed it before now?
Ooh, I'm gonna be late. I've got a doctor's appointment. I'll talk to you later.
Wait a second. Karen, it's not Danny's fault. If anyone's got a problem, it's Elliot, not Danny.
I'll talk to you later.
Now, where is she?
All right, she went sailing.
Sailing with who?
Well, I don't know. Some doctor friend or other.
What, look, did she tell you where the boat was moored?
Somewhere at the marina, I think.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Look, you call me anytime you need help.
Hey, man, I'm splitting for the beach. Got eyes?
No.
I'm just trying to be considerate. Really, some people.
Elliot, I don't want to hear you do that fag routine again. Do you understand? Look, Elliot,
Yoo-hoo! Elliot! Elliot. You are coming tonight, aren't you?
To what?
To the party. Craig and I are having a party. And everyone's going to be there, simply everyone. It's our annual costume ball, and you're supposed to come as your favorite camp character. Tarzan, Superman, Judy Garland. Well, you know what I mean.
Of course. Come as someone from a fairy tale.
You bet your sweet biceps. But all of our friends are going to be there, Elliot. And we want you to meet them because we know that you'll find them absolutely fascinating.
Well, I'll tell Danny when I get back. But I doubt he'll come. He simply has nothing to wear.
Oh, well, tell him not to worry. I'll find him something.
Doctor, what do you think?
I think your friend has a problem.
Well, what do you think she should do about it?
Well, unless she's one of those sick types that prefers that sort of relationship, I'd say she should drop him fast.
But he seemed so normal in the beginning.
Latent tendencies sometimes don't show themselves until there's a crisis.
What did they accuse him of? Oh, you're putting me on. Well, did he actually try anything with the kids, or did he? You're kidding. My dad? Well, that's funny. He never said anything about it at dinner last night. What does Elliot usually do on his day off?
Hollywood brings little sister out here an announcement.
Oh, well, I don't think I'm so little. Do you?
Not when you put it that way.
Oh, well, I hear you're pretty good
I could have told you that.
at outdoor sports.
I'm good at everything, outdoors and indoors.
Well, then prove it.
I thought you didn't dig me.
Well, I can change my mind, can't I?
Hey, Elliot! And one of these nights I might just give you a call.
What's the matter with right now?
Well, I get in the middle of a game.
Oh, are you looking for excuses?
Elliot, you're breaking up the game!
Well, I think you better make a decision. Is it going to be them or is it going to be me? What's it going to be?
God, I guess you don't want to play with us anymore. Hey, come on, you guys, let's go. You two, come on.
Well, where did Danny go?
I didn't know he left this morning.
Do you think he'll be back?
Hey, maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
What's the matter? You got cold feet?
No. It's Lucky at Danny's sister.
Oh, come on. It's not incest or anything. You guys are only roommates. Look, when you make up your mind whether you like girls or not, I'll be upstairs.
Where have you been? I've been on pins and needles waiting.
I had to be careful. I think she's having me watched.
Well, this is the last place they'd think of looking for you.
What's wrong? This never happened to me before.
Me either. Maybe you just don't like girls.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't you think I know what you are?
Huh?
But can't trust you for a second. Leslie?
It's true what Karen said about you.
What did she say?
Nothing. You two can kiss and make up for all I care. Never let it be said that I was a homewrecker.
Nothing happened, Dan. Nothing.
Yeah. Leslie! Leslie!
Hi.
Leslie!
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Have I got a girl for you? Ta-da! Well, didn't Elliot tell you? Danny, it's our annual costume ball, and it's tonight. It's going to be absolutely mad. I'm going to be heaven. Here, now, take this, dear. Now, I've got 5,413 things to do, and you're going to be stunning. Bye.
Grand Sylvania, here I come.
Get dressed, and I'll escort you to the party personally. If that's the way you feel about it.
Elliot! Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody's here. So, let me see. What? Your costume. Let me see your costume. How bold. Hey, everybody. This is Elliot, our next-door neighbor. Hi, Elliot.
How do?
Hi,
Elliot.
Dance?
So thrilled you could come. Well, let's have a look. Fabulous, fabulous, simply fabulous.
Well, you said to be imaginative.
I certainly did. Oh.
Indeed. Where's Danny?
Oh, he's back in the bedroom sulking. I don't know what's eating him.
Well, let's just go drag him out.
Oh, look, I don't know. I think we should leave him alone for a while. You know, he's simply impossible when he gets this way.
I know just what you mean. Malcolm gets the same way when she's upset. Come, let's have a drink.
Where did you find him?
Him is our next-door neighbor, Elliot, and he's married. Don't stain the carpet, Pagliacci. Go take your heart pill.
Come, Elliot.
Elliot!
He is a brute, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's not gonna get away from me tonight. I got a big investment in him.
Honey, you don't stand a chance. You're hardly his type.
Oh, and this is Myra Brokenbridge.
Oh, charming.
Cool it. And over here, this is Cleopatra.
Hi.
And this is Heaven.
Hi, Elliot.
And this is Judy Streisand.
Yeah, she went over the rainbow. And somebody broke her nose.
You Egyptian ass. Oh, and
Excuse me.
Now, calm down.
What?
Now, stop.
What's a girl like you doing in a place like this?
Lord only knows. These parties of Malcolm are just impossible.
Let me freshen up your drink.
Love it.
Hi, honey. Remember me from the Lush Life?
Flakeball.
Sure didn't take you long, did it, honey? Well, she didn't have to be rude.
He's some fag I met at a party last night. Let's get away from these queens. This is a nice place to relax in.
God, it's so stuffy in there. I don't know why Malcolm insists on throwing those parties at his place when Dickie's is so much more suitable.
Oh, Dickie's is divine.
Oh, it's in there, sweetie. Well, I must say his costume is rather inappropriate for the theme. Oh, I don't know. I'd love to be a stewardess and entertain all those handsome executives. They'd never take you, honey, not with your legs. Oh, up yours. Coffee, tea, or me?
Danny.
You're messing up my hair.
Oh, it's nice and soft.
You're nothing but a... Well, what'd you expect, Anne Margaret?
What's the matter, boy? Don't you like drag queens?
It's not that unusual. I talked to a doctor. He said that we've got to be away from each other for a while. So you can think about things.
No, I don't need time to think things over. I love you and I want to marry you. Don't you understand that?
I asked the airline for a transfer. I'm leaving for Miami.
No. You were going to transfer to San Francisco.
Well, like I said, I talked to the doctor. And he said that he thought you needed time to be alone. Without the pressures of trying to make a difficult decision. You needed time to reevaluate things. What you want to do with your life.
Honey, I know exactly what I want to do with my life. I want to be a lawyer, and I want to marry you, and I want to have children. And don't you realize that this whole thing is nothing but a hoax that Elliot and I dreamed up to avoid the draft? That we are perfectly normal? Honey, we're perfectly... Now, I'll show you that we're perfectly...
Danny, please. There's nothing to prove. Hey, I understand.
Elliot tells me you're sulking. Now let's have none of that. Oh, hello.
Craig, not now, huh? Please?
Of course. I understand.
Everybody seems to understand.
Pleased to have met you.
Look, honey.
I've got a flight leaving in an hour.
Can I at least have some place to write to you?
No. I don't think that would be too good an idea.
Hello. Danny, you naughty boy. Look. Well, you're not even dressed, and after all the trouble I went to get you the outfit. Danny, come over if you want to the party. Excuse me.
You never know what he saw in you.
Let your heart out, honey.
Grow some hair in your chest and I might give you a call one night.
Yeah? I'll have that in writing.
I love your beads.
I can't take my eyes off of you for 1 minute, can I?
Well, what's a girl to do? Lock herself in a closet? You were supposed to be here hours ago. Look, my arm, Vince, you're hurting me. Are you gonna let him talk to me like that?
You can do better than her, Vince. I know a real girl that...
You bastard! You're a fine one to talk. You wouldn't even know how to satisfy a girl.
Why don't you take your dress off and fight like a man?
If she takes her dress off for anybody, it's going to be me.
What are you grabbing, Mac?
Take your greasy hands off him, this thing.
You butt out, bitch. It is none of your business.
You come with me, handsome, and let these girls work it out for themselves.
Listen, sweetie, I told you last night.
Am I gonna get beat up again? Now are you ready to go home?
Sorry for the tip.
Oh, that's quite all right. Good night. Good night.
I detest cheap notoriety.
Well, so do I. But wasn't that punch divine?
Dad, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell anybody. I was afraid that if they started sending investigators around, started questioning people, somebody was gonna slip up and tell them that we were normal.
I'm sorry you didn't come to me sooner, Dan. I'm sure a competent psychiatrist might have been able to help you with your problem.
Dad, didn't you hear me? Didn't you listen to what I said? The whole thing was a hoax from the beginning to the end. Elliot and I are perfectly normal.
Oh, come off it, Dan. What do you take me for? Don't you think I know about Elliot? Why else do you think I had him fired from the club? We can't have perverts like him coming into contact with our children. Those Army doctors are no fools, Dan. It's their job to spot fellas like you with problems.
I don't know. I thought that you were glad that I got deferred.
Not that way. Do you realize this will be on your record for the rest of your life? That you'll never be able to hold any kind of a job requiring a security clearance? Did you ever ask any of your fairy friends what it's like to have a stigma like that attached to them? Did you? Huh?
Dad, I'm trying to tell you something.
Don't tell me. Tell your draft board.
I'm sorry, Devlin, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's out of my hands.
Don't you see that I'm admitting to you that the whole thing was a fake? That we just thought it up just to make you think?
You don't seem to hear what I'm telling you, Devlin. Now, regardless of your intentions, you've been found unsuitable for military service. Now, in plain words, boy, Uncle Sam doesn't want you.
You wouldn't buy it, huh? Yeah, it figures after the party last night.
I wasn't even there.
But I was. And it figures. You told me to be convincing, and I guess they just assumed. Well, it's like you said. It's better than getting your butt shot off in Vietnam.
Just didn't turn out like I planned.
Well, where to now? Back to your folks?
It's the last place in the world I want to go. No, I'll go up north and try and find some place to live until school starts, I guess. What about you?
I think I'll head down to Florida. I hear the Beach Boys do all right with the horny old broads. Will I see you before you go?
No, I'm going to take off this afternoon.
Well, hang loose, old buddy. This thing will all blow over.
I doubt it.
Those idiots, thinking that they could fool us. You really had them figured, didn't you, George?
Well, that's my job, Joe. To weed out all the undesirables. We don't want their kind in the Army, do we, Joe?